How's everybody doing? It is March 23rd, 2021. And this is the story that I was telling you that one of the stories that I was working on, video I was working on last night. And I just got a little bit of a follow-up here. We'll get into this. All right, it says Miami. It says more than 1,000 arrests as Miami Beach pushes spring break curfew into April. All right? So I was like, man, this is just crazy, right? Look what they're doing. Right, Florida's open completely up, right? Florida is completely open. They are back to normal. Technically, we won't use that word, but in quotations, normal. But look at this. The police condemned for the use of pepper balls to break up crowds. Spring break curfew in place between Thursdays and Sundays. 8 p.m. curfew, okay? Now, this is just nuts. I mean, you can look at this two different ways, okay? Number one, they're saying that a ton of people are coming down there just to cause problems and, to not riot, but just cause more issues. Like, that's going on throughout the whole United States, okay? So, yeah, that's probably happening. Yeah, you probably are having people come down there just to cause issues. Then you have the normal people that are just out there trying to live their lives because they're so sick of dealing with CV19 restrictions and everything else, okay? So, you can kind of look at it both ways, but either way you want to look at it, you better understand that what this is about is control. Control. They're not going to relinquish this control. Look at this. Just because of some virus, the so-called virus, right, they are able to put in curfews, arrest thousands. Look at thousands of arrests because people are breaking curfews. People, do you see where this is headed? This is not going back. And I love all these people that say, oh, as soon as you go and roll your sleeve up and get the jab, you can go back to normal. You can have your lives back. Well, if you truly believe that, you really need to get slapped right now and wake up. That's not happening, okay? There's so much more being tied into this with FIVEG that I'm doing another video on, tied in with these jabs, tied in with everything. It's all been planned, okay? I'm doing my best to get a couple more videos out to you in the next couple days on this stuff. I'll also be going live here. I'm going to go live on the backup channel. I cannot go live on the main, so please go and subscribe. ErikSeesAll 2 here on YouTube. I'll be going live. Please go and subscribe so that I can start going live over there in the next couple days and really be able to talk back and forth with you again, okay? But let's read more of this. It says, Miami Beach officials have extended a curfew in state of emergency into April in response to large spring break crowds of partygoers who have celebrated in the area's bars and beaches despite the CV. And God forbid they did that, right? The throngs of young people holidaying in Miami Beach have prompted a crackdown by police, which has included the use of pepper balls fired into the crowds. Another thing this thing does, I want you to check this video right here. This is just a video about the same thing. It's just a news report, but I want you to check out how they push everything to where it's like black on white, what they cover, right? Not only black on white, just dividing us, right? This is all about creating a division, creating an anger between people to make this continue to split us, continue to divide us. Here you're going to have white, black. You're going to see police, police versus the other people, the normal, innocent people. You're going to see how they're doing this. You're going to see mask, no mask. This is all part of it. The more they can divide us, the more they can control us, okay? Check this video out.
Nighttime curfew has been extended in Miami Beach in Florida after thousands of tourists descended on the area for the annual spring break holiday, risking the spread of COVID-19. A state of emergency was declared after city officials said they were unable to cope with the large number of people, with few wearing masks or social distancing. Our North America correspondent Peter Bowes reports.
Party time in Miami, spring break when students traditionally descend on Florida to let off steam. The bars, beaches and restaurants are packed, but this is no time to party.
The city of Miami Beach is currently under a state of emergency. There's a curfew in effect.
These extraordinary scenes have shocked local officials who say they've been overwhelmed by the number of revelers. There's little sign of social distancing and few people wearing masks. Fights have broken out and businesses have been forced to close down. At one point, the police shot pepper balls into the crowd, urging people to leave after an 8 p.m. curfew came into effect.
I think it is a good idea, even though it's fun out here. We want to be out here and have fun.
No one's doing anything. People are just out here enjoying the beach, and, it's a good vibe. But if they want to shut it down at 8 o'clock, people will go somewhere else and take their money somewhere else, and it is what it is. But people are going to live. Corona's over, winter's over, get the vaccine, get back to business.
Am I worried because of COVID? I mean, I'm not really worried about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you just got to be cautious. That's all. You know what I'm saying? It's no guarantees with the COVID thing. You know what I'm saying? You can get the COVID from your neighborhood, your block, your building. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter you out somewhere else. Like, we chilling.
Florida is one of the few US states now fully open during the pandemic. Last month, the Republican governor, Ron DeSantis, declared the state an oasis of freedom from coronavirus restrictions. Tourists have descended on the area in large numbers over the past few weeks.
Boston, you gotta wear a mask everywhere you go. I have the vaccine, so I don't care. Go home, I get tested. For myself, I don't really care, but I wouldn't want to get my parents sick, you know?
Officials have blamed adults rather than college students for much of the chaos. The state of emergency and nighttime curfew has now been extended for up to 3 weeks.
Many people are coming here right now, and too many people are coming here with bad intentions.
Last week, Florida recorded more than 4,000 new COVID-19 infections a day.
So you can see it, right? You just see how this is all being set up. That's mainstream news, right? That's a mainstream video. See how they're portraying it, how they show the cops tackling the person to the ground, black on white. You see half wearing masks, some saying they don't care about it, some saying that they got their jab already. Did you like that? I got my jab, I'm okay, blah, blah, blah. Just ridiculous, but you can see how mainstream is covering this, right? Yeah, it's very obvious. It's very transparent now. Miami Beach City Commissioner said they were extending a curfew from Thursdays through Sundays between 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. through the 12th of April. It says police say they have arrested more than 1,000 people, about twice as many they arrested last year during this spring break season. They say the curfews are necessary to maintain order. Do you hear it? Do you see it? I do. There's your answer. I told you. This is all about power, right? All about keeping control and what? Maintaining order. Yeah. What are these people doing? Absolutely nothing. You can't even go walk on the street at 8:01 p.m. on a Thursday through Sunday night. Think about that. This is where it starts. It's only going to continue to escalate, okay? City manager Raul Agula told the news station that he believes visitors have traveled to Miami Beach to engage in a lawlessness and an anything-goes party attitude. He claimed that many visitors are not patronizing local businesses or spending tourism dollars during their time in Florida. The Miami Herald reported that police have utilized pepper balls to disperse the crowds several times this spring break season, describing the tactics as balls that are fired at the ground that emit tear gas, forcing people within a certain distance to move to avoid the high irritant. This is where we've gotten to. This is in the United States, in a normal city. These people are just out. Not saying that they're all good, that there's not people there trying to cause crowds, because we know with the whole, the BLM situation and everything else that went on there, right? All those protests and rioting, we know darn well a lot of that was set up, okay? And a lot of that was planned. And yeah, so could there be people down here doing this? Well, of course. Why wouldn't they send some people down there just like they sent to all those other riots, right? Why wouldn't they want this? They gotta create the chaos to then what? Have the order out of chaos right here. This order, right? Miami Beach Police Chief Richard Clements told the paper that the officers fired projectiles because the crowd had begun to surge towards the officers. Well, how about you just don't be out there? Let the officers go home, right? You don't need to be out there trying to stop a curfew or enforce a curfew. Yeah, it's because it's all about militarized police. You see this, right? And you see how they're trying to show you the image of how strong they are, right? Yeah. Look at this. I think officers felt threatened at the time. Adding that at least 5 other officers have been injured during the spring break this year. Video of large crowds and tear gassing by the police in the city have circulated online. That's right, see? This is all planned, okay? The police response to the large spring break crowds has garnered criticism from some black leaders who note that many of the 1,000 tourists have converged on the city. Their city are people of color, right? I told you. See, look at black on white. People, we gotta stop this. Not stop it. We gotta stop letting people believe that this is really you against I, black against white. It's not. It's the government against us. It's them against us. It's good against evil, right? That's it. It's a true battle of good versus evil. You know, it's just, and look how they do this. He has racial undertones in the social media posts of local leaders who referred to the black tourists as thugs or animals. Even covering this way, even putting this in mainstream news, that's their plan. Oh, look, we'll just throw these words out there, right? Refer to the black tourists as thugs or animals. That'll definitely divide the people some more. That'll definitely tick off, certain, black people that, take this that way, and then it'll also offend certain white people. You get it, right? It's a division tactic. It's the same tactics they've been using since day one when it was, test or don't test, right? Mask or don't mask. Jab or don't jab. Everything is about division. Please, please, please understand that is what they are going for. That is what they're going to do until they take full control, because that's what this is about. This is all about control, and we just cannot allow that to happen, okay? Now, truly, in the end, you have nothing to fear. Every time we talk about this, you need to know you have nothing to fear. As long as you have your faith, as long as you have your relationship with God, and you know that, no matter what you're fighting, whatever is in front of you, that you can turn around and look and at all times know that God has your back, okay? So please, if you do not have that relationship right now, I beg you to ask for forgiveness today. Start repenting. Start trying your best to live a life that you're supposed to lead, okay? And I promise you, if you will do that, you will never, ever, ever regret it, okay? I love you all. Please continue to share this information. Spread the truth. If you have anything else you want me to cover, please leave it down in the comments. And or email me, whatever you want to do, and we'll all talk to you later. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. God bless.